We're cooking a rib of beef with a capi to pari butter. I mean, cooking steak is maybe a little bit daunting for some people. The key part is just getting good beef. So just head down to your local butcher, make sure it's at least 28-day aged, and don't stint with it. Get a good slab of it, cook it up properly. If you're gonna go for a steak, you might as well enjoy it. So this is a piece of piss, this one. This is gonna be really simple for everyone. We went down to Retalix today. Always get my meat from down there. It's just incredible. They really get some, the best quality stuff from down in Cornwall.
Yeah, it's cool in here.
Christmas is mental. There's like a full queue just like out the door down the road. So I want to cook a really good bit of steak today. And, the first, most important thing is just get into good beef. And these guys, they're the best, right? Absolute mile. You'll see in a minute, the quality of the steak is just unreal. So we're going to get some. Yeah.
Morning.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Bit of ribeye there for you, mate.
And some bit of fat in there, isn't it?
Yep. Nice bit of marbling. All looking really, really good.
I'll just take that lot.
Yeah.
Just take the whole half of it. We're going to do some steak at home today.
Get that fancy bag out for you.
Oh, beautiful. Cheers, man. Thanks very much.
No worries.
Handsome job. That'd be delicious, that. The kids are bloody well excited about this. Cheers, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. Cheers.
See ya.
Let's start making some capi di pari butter. Chopping the chives up. I mean, you just want to keep these as simple as possible because the blender's not really going to go through loads of it. Excuse my finger. Can't help it now, can I? I've got to say it. Smashed it into a bloody van door yesterday doing the gardening with my brother-in-law. A little bit of tarragon. A bit of thyme. Okie dokie. So let's just use a block of butter. So it's like, 250 grams or so. Launch that in there. Got those herbs that we cut up a second ago. They can go in. Got a nice spoonful of capers. Little lily pit ones. Maybe a little bit more because I like them. Curry powder. A little bit of Dijon mustard. Chop up some anchovies as well. That's quite a key part of it, the anchovies. I absolutely love anchovies, beelies. Got a little bit of brandy in there as well. Some Liam Perrins. Couple of tablespoons of that, give or take. Just a big splash. Simmer some Tabasco, give it some heat. Got a zest of a lemon and an orange. Maybe like half of it. Let's do all of it. A little bit of the juice. Some banana shallot for it as well. You don't have to be too anal about this. It's going to get blended together anyway. Clove of garlic. And a little bit of salt. And we're simply just going to whizzle that together. Okay, let's have a look. Cool, so that's nicely emulsified now. That's all the same texture, which is great. If you stop that a little bit earlier, some of the juice and the brandy hadn't emulsified, so as soon as you put it on anything or cook anything, all that liquid's just going to come straight out again. But you don't just have to use this for steak. This would be really good with any big fishes like monkfish or turbot, for example. That'd be great with that. Or cooking some vegetables to it as well. There's lots of lovely little balanced flavours in there. It's a really, really, really cool thing to make. Right, let's portion up a little steak. So this is the rib. Obviously, it's come off the bone already. Ben went through it all up at the butcher's. Those guys are amazing up there. There's somebody down in Cornwall. Definitely go check them out. Now, we want to go for a good old steak of this, good chunk. So I'm going to give it a good inch. If you go too thin, you're just going to flash frying it. It's not going to cook properly. So let's go nice and thick, and then we'll just portion it down after. Okay. Nice. That's a handsome, good 12-ounce steak, that. That's what we're going to cook up. So let's bring it over here for a little cooking section. I'm going to turn that right up now. And let's get this sort of steak seasoned up. Go generous with it, you know what I mean? Good amount of salt, good amount of pepper. And in the pan, quite a lot of oil. Let that oil react. And in she goes. Oh, yes. Just leave it, just get a little crust on it for a second. Just use the back of a saucepan. That saucepan, it's not a bloody saucepan, is it? It's plate. Just to make sure the bottom of that steak is just touching all the way through to get a nice, even crust, which you'll see when we flip it over. And you want that steak room temp, so all this fat in here, which you'll see is nice, because it's already room, that's going to start cooking through nice. You can also see the steak just starting to shrink a tiny bit, just kind of pulling in on itself. That's why it's so important to rest, just so it relaxes back out again. You cut it too soon, all that juice is just going to come out. Wait, what are you saying about that? Look at that. Take the pickle to the other side. Yeah, that's what you're looking for. Lovely. Okay, cool. And there's some butter. And there's thyme. God, I wish you could smell this. It's nuts. Gonna just let that rest in here for at least half as long as we've cooked it for. That's a bit of a golden rule here. So let's say we've taken 8 minutes cooking this. We're going to rest it for at least 4. While it's in its final little stage, I'm just going to dollop a little bit of that cafe, a little bit of butter onto it, just as it rests. Some of that flavour can just start to absorb into it now. That'll melt through lovely. You can see like it's proper rested now. You know what I mean? The butter's changed colour a little bit down below. Some of that resting juices have coming out. It's good. Still nice and rare, but it's not quite hot enough to eat. So what we're going to do now, get the pan back up to temperature. We're just going to give it 20 seconds each side, just so we can enjoy it in a minute. I mean, the main tip is definitely just quality of produce. And just go to a butcher. It's not going to be as cheap, but but meat isn't meant to be cheap. It's meant to be a bit of a treat. So just head down to your local butcher, make sure it's at least 28 day aged, and don't stint with it. Get a good slab of it, cook it up properly. If you're going to go for a steak, you might as well enjoy it. Spend it out. Get a nice dollop of the Café de Paris butter on top. Go on. Look at the state of that. Come on now. What are you saying? Get in.